Hey, play it. Today we are going to talk about Illuvium Shards and what they are needed for. Right? Everything about shards. So stick around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if this video is gonna help you out. Alright, so the Illuvium Shards you are going to get by going into the overworld maps and shooting these rocks, right? You're gonna find these rocks everywhere in the overworld, right? And they're dropping the shards, right? Depending on the rarity of the map, that's going to drop higher rarity or lower rarity shards, right? Depending on the rarity of the map. The rocks are going to stay the same colors, but usually the greenish, bluish colors are going to drop more shards than the white or yellow, especially, right? So white, blue, and green rocks are going to drop more shards than the other. Okay, so that's about that. How you drop them, right? So what do you use your shards for, right? Your shards are really important because you use them to catch illuviums, right? Okay, okay, let me check that. Okay, there we go. So that's the illuvium that you want to catch, or you can catch any others that on the fight, right? So they're pretty important, we would guess, right? So depending on the rarity of the shard and depending on the rarity of the illuvium, right, that's how much capture percentage you're gonna have, right? So let's say we are using a T4. As you can see there's like 4 bars on this shard, right? This one, there's 4 bars, so 4 bars is a T4. As you can see, this stash that we have here, right, this illuvium is a T4, right? So obviously we're gonna have more chances to get it with a T4 shards, which is this one, right? So it's gonna be like 50% chance to get it with a T4 shard. But let's say we really want this illuvium, we can use a T5, which is a higher rarity than T4, but it's more valuable because this T5, as you can see there, I only have 12, and T4 I have 108. So obviously they drop way lower than the T4, right? But you're gonna have way better chances of catching this illuvium, right? As higher as you go on tiers, on shards, the better chances you are to catch that illuvium. Now you can try and catch lower tier as well. So for example, this is a T4, right? I could try and catch it with a T3, but I'm gonna have like, let's say 15% chance, right? And if it fails, I'm gonna lose that shard forever. I'm gonna get some shard dust, right, which is going to be valuable for us if I fail to catch the illuvium. And I'm gonna get a master shard after 2500, right? I can blend that. This master shard has 100% chance of catching any illuvium, right? Regardless of its tier or rarity or anything, right? So this master shard are pretty important, right? I'm gonna tell you how to get it too a little bit later on the video. So there you go. These are the percentages. Well, you can see for yourself in the overworld, but I'm just telling you exactly how it is. Depending on your strategy, you can catch these illuviums, right? So you can try and get T5 with a T4, but then again, maybe you don't want to waste your T4 because it's only 15% chance to catch it, you know? So depends all on strategy here. And don't forget another important thing, this bar that's right here, the higher the bar is filled, right, the higher are your chances of capturing the illuvium as well, right? So you would want to keep this bar as filled as much as you can, right? That's a really important thing to not forget. Okay, let's get to our next. This is the forge, right? This is where you get your shards, right? So in the overworld you get this raw material that you need to cure, right? You need to forge right here in the forge, and you do need these fuel, right? As right there, as you can see, I have quite a bit, and you do need this fuel. This is tier 1 shard, right? T2, T3, T4, T5, right? So they're rarities, right? Like you saw right there, just like the Illuviums, they have 5 rarities, and a 6th one is the Master Shard, right? So depending on the rarities, it's what you use for the Illuviums as well, right? So for T1, you need the first, right, T1 shard. For T2, you need T2 shard, and so on, right? Tier 2. Obviously, they're gonna drop as hard as well, right? T0, for example, this one you can drop for free in T0 map as well, and you can like mint it for free, but all of the rest you do need fuel right here, right? And the higher you go in tier, the higher amount of fuel that you need, right? As well, right? So let's say you have failed catching T5 Illuvium with the T5 shard, right? You're gonna get 250 fragments, right? And at 2,500 fragments, we have a shard right here. Down there, you can't see it, but you can forge that too, blend forge, by spending 2,500, right? That shard does have 100% chances of getting these Illuviums wherever Illuvium you really want. I recommend obviously going for stage 3, right? Illuviums, like the best of the best. Don't spend your master shard unless it's really worth it, right? Or it's just your favorite Illuvium, I guess, or you have like has perfect stats and things like that, right? We're gonna do tutorials on that too. So yeah, that's all you need to know about shards. You need to cache them in the overworld, right? Right there. Cache them in the overworld, right? You forge them right here on the forge, right, by spending this fuel. And then you go back into the overworld and you catch these Illuviums, right? Depending on the shard that you cured, right, you cleaned in the forge, that's how much percentage you're gonna have at catching those Illuviums, right? Hope I helped you out. Have a good one and see you next. Bye. Leave comments down below with questions if you have any.